We have officially arrived on Mars. We are in the middle of the Jordanian desert. This is Wadi Rum. There is no place on Earth like this. One of the most famous deserts in the world where Dune, Star Wars and The Martian were filmed. And I actually can't believe this is natural. And tonight, we're sleeping in a real-life Martian dome in the middle of nowhere.
You almost forget that you're in the middle of the desert.
We're going to be showing you exactly what it's like to stay here. Now you're getting the full experience. What it's like to explore the Wadi Rum desert.
There's no plan, they've told us absolutely nothing.
We're also going to be having one of the most authentic Jordanian dinners and some of the best cuisine we have ever had. Mixing up all the spices. Welcome to Wadi Rum. And welcome to Martian land. This is where we will be spending the night here, completely isolated in the Wadi Rum desert. If you can zoom around, there's absolutely nothing for miles. So we are getting the authentic experience.
I've grabbed my bag and taken a small walk from the pods to give you an idea of what Wadi Rum is. So we took about a 1.5 hour drive south from Petra, where we got to experience one of the 7 world wonders in our previous video. And now that we're in the south of Jordan, Wadi Rum is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it's this desert valley covered with these granite and limestone rocks, a really dramatic landscape, and it gives you this out of world, different planet feeling. And many famous sci-fi movies were actually filmed here, like Star Wars and The Martian, and I think parts of Transformers as well. I think that's because of the dramatic rocks that look alien-like. And if you haven't been to Jordan, there is so much to see in this country. Also, apparently people have lived here for thousands of years and still do, so we're gonna go and see some of them and explore the interesting lifestyle that happens here in the desert. And from what I've seen, there is absolutely no wildlife. I'm seeing no birds, I'm seeing no small animals, but I know that there will be camels.
The sun's very harsh, but let me give you a quick layout of what this place actually looks like. We are staying at Marsland Luxury Camp, and you can totally get why it's called that, because we have got the complete feeling like we're on Mars, like we've left planet Earth. Behind me is the reception area. That's where we checked in, and we had a lovely Bedouin tea as our welcome drink. And then this is pod number 1, and we're staying in pod number 2. And we were lucky enough to get one of the front-facing domes, so we've got a completely uninterrupted view with lots of mountains jutting out. We're going to be able to see the sunrise. We've got a whole bunch of other domes as well. They're pretty much a little bit higher up on the hill. And then we've got a private balcony or walkway that leads up to our dome. So I go up a few steps. Let me get my key card out. Very modern for a tent, if you ask me. And let's get out of this wind. So I tap my key card. Come in. What are you doing over there? Let's go. Okay, now that you're inside, you can hear the complete difference of what it was like outside versus inside. I could actually take my jacket off, I could take my shoes off because it's so warm in here. And let me give you a quick little rundown of where we will be spending the night. First thing is we've got a lovely dining room table where we will probably be eating our breakfast tomorrow if the weather's not so good. And they were very kind enough to give us a lovely welcome fruit basket. In the middle of the room, we have got a ginormous king-size bed. I think this is like a king-size bed Pro Max. It is so big. It's super soft, super cushiony. We've got like some modern wooden panels, and then we've got a ginormous headboard with an air conditioner on top. The curtains are closed right now because I want to reveal that view to you in a moment. But we've got a bedside table on each side. We've even got a reception phone. Lots of place where you can store your personal belongings. We even have a second seating area with some very nice cushioning. And I'm sure you've noticed by now that this is not just a plastic tent in the middle of the desert. I think they've put a lot of thought into how they want to make this as comfortable as possible for their guests. They've got this very nice thick padding. I think that's for the insulation to keep all the heat in, and obviously for the wind and stuff, but they all lead up to the ceiling, which if you want to do some moon gazing, literally we have a moonlight. And then around the corner, we have a little tea station. So we've got mugs, we've got a kettle, plugs, obviously, a big water, because in case you haven't realized, there aren't any convenience stores and coffee shops nearby. There is nothing. We have a mini bar that is stocked with lots of little soft drinks and some extra waters, even a few snacks. And then we even have a makeup table, which I am going to use, obviously. Nice wide mirror, very attractive lighting, I would say. And then if you follow me all the way along, still not showing you the view yet, over here we've got just some extra storage space. And then we even have robes. I mean, even modern day hotels don't have robes, but in the Martian Dome you do. Now, look at this bathroom. I mean, this is a seriously modern bathroom for a Martian tent. We've got beautiful mirrors. I think this one even lights up. Oh, that's awesome. We have a hairdryer, modern sink, modern toilet. We even have a beautiful shower with 2 shower heads. And we even have an amenity kit. We've got Dead Sea mineral body lotion. And apparently the owner was telling us that this place is brand new. There's only 2 guests staying here right now, us and another couple. Oh, and I didn't forget the grand reveal of the view. Are you ready? It is super bright in here, and it's very hot. I can totally understand why they've closed the curtain. This is actually glass. It's not plasticky, it's not very tent-like. It's very modern luxury. But this is the view that we have. And the owner told us that the sunrise will be between those 2 rocks. And I'm sure you can see there's 2 other camps right opposite us. So we're not completely isolated. And we've got a lot of things that we plan on doing here while we're in Wadi Rum. We're going to have a 4x4 Jeep tour, and we're going to have a authentic Bedouin dinner tonight, which is called Zaab, I think. And I think we're going to enjoy an authentic experience here. So I can't wait. We've met our first cat in Mars. How cool. Oh, he speaks. Are you from Mars?
We've now taken a small climb, I guess you could say, up to this rock, and they are setting up for dinner later tonight because we wanted to get a bit of a viewpoint of the valley so you can see this Martian, Mars-looking rock. It's so interesting, and it's all of this dark maroon color. It's almost like a rose red, and you can see where I'm walking, there's all of this loose rock, and it changes colors as you walk. And look how it's cut out absolutely perfectly. And now the sun is just behind this mountain, so we have this beautiful shadow overlooking the valley. But I want to continue climbing up because I want to show you how spectacular this view is. I hope you're ready, because look at this. There we can see down into the valley, and you can see the shadow all the way into the horizon, and there are the pods that we're staying in. From here I cannot see a car, a person. That's how vast and barren this area is. The only thing you can see are dust pockets as the wind carries through here, and it's very windy today, but apparently it will die tonight, and tomorrow we're going to have perfect weather. So while we're here, the cats have walked all the way up onto this hill with us. And I think the best part about coming here is there's nothing to do. And I mean that in the best way, because you're just here to relax. You're here to explore like we're doing, because you're not just going out and seeing sights like you would when you visit other cities. It's all about being in another world. And I really feel that being here. And I guess this is what life would be like on Mars. I guess that's if Mars had cats. Okay, we have to go back now. We're staying in room 302 if you want to come visit. So this is the Bedouin tent that I think we're going to be having our dinner in. And I can see they've set a fire, and there are 2 pots on the fire at the moment. And I assume that's tea because there's all the small glasses here. And I assume we're all going to sit around here. Are you making tea?
I make a tea with Arabic coffee, Bedouin coffee.
Oh, 1 tea, 1 coffee.
Yes.
Oh, good. We can have some later.
If you want now,
We'll get some later. Thank you. We want to go exploring.
you're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Nice to
sir.
meet you.
Nice
What
to
is your
meet you.
name?
My name is Nidal.
Nidal. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. See you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So you heard he's making some Bedouin tea and some Bedouin coffee. And he said if we want, we can have some right now. And as I said, you're here to just relax and enjoy. But let's keep exploring. We're trekking up one of the dunes and you can see how red the sand is, but what a view in the background. The reason is we're wanting to get a higher viewpoint so we can see these beautiful domes from above. And I'm in fact sinking in the sand because it's so soft.
And I want to show you this. Look how red the sand is. Look at that. It's so soft. It actually feels like spices. Isn't that insane? Now that we have climbed up like half the dune, we're still being towered by these insane rock cliffs. And I actually can't believe this is natural. We are literally situated in a little valley, so I assume it could get quite cold at nighttime. And we have the most beautiful setting of the Wadi Rum Valley. We keep on repeating the words like desert and Mars and red sand, and there is no place on earth like this. We just walked past the common area where you could picture about 50 guests sitting there having some tea, having some dinner, and we get to experience that pretty much like a private resort just for us. They've just called us to say, hey, do you want to come and see how we cook this Bedouin Zarb dinner? And we were like, say less, we'll be there. So we're gonna go and check it out right now.
So we're being taken to the kitchen, which is here, right in between these mountains. But this is where they cook the food. And it's so unassuming because it's just a hole in the ground.
The coals are busy burning right now.
Literally just a cutout in the ground. How they've done that is unreal, but it's a barrel.
And the heat reaches probably about here. It's such a strong flame.
Fire for 2 hours
Oh, you
before we cook it.
before you cook it, you actually light the fire 2 hours before.
Yes.
So then it gets to the perfect temperature.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Fantastic.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is the master chef right here. He's going to be showing us everything. Thank you.
So we're being taken deep into the kitchen, like private access. Hello. Okay, this is where everything's getting prepared.
This is amazing. It smells fantastic. All the spices smell amazing.
Meat and chicken, here's the vegetable, and garlic, mashed garlic, lemon, paprika, sweet paprika, salt, cardamom, cinnamon, black pepper.
There's such an amazing array of spices that's all going to blend together. It looks amazing.
Okay, first I want to start for rice, okay?
Okay.
I put sweet pepper, corn oil.
Cold oil. Okay.
So this is for the rice dish.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Look how big this pot is. The chef says he needs an assistant. There we go. Okay, I'm ready, chef. This is a huge spoon. Look at this. I just stir.
Yeah.
Wow, look at me. Didn't know I'd be on MasterChef today.
Now I want to put the dry spices.
Yeah. And now I mix.
Yeah. What's your name?
Chef. Yeah, like chef. I'm literally mixing up all the spices, the peppers and the onion. What an experience.
We just wanted an opportunity to see how it's made. But in fact, we're now making it, or let me say, Chef is making it.
Good chef.
And she's doing a great job, apparently. So these are all the spices, as the chef said. And look how many vegetables there are. We've got some potato. It looks like a yam or a sweet potato. There's corn and carrots as well. And quite a lot of meat. So I think this is chicken and this is lamb. And this is the setup. Oh, thank you.
That's awesome.
We're going in full chef mode. Thank you.
Wow. Now we're in full costume. We're chefing it out, literally. But he said he wants all the spices and all the veggies to be blended until it's brown.
Half spoon.
Half a spoon. Okay.
Yes.
This?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
I gotta get it right. I can't do anything wrong.
Now the saffron.
Saffron. Okay. Half a spoon?
Half a spoon.
Like this?
Yes. Cardamom. Cardamom like little bit.
Yes, with feeling. And salt.
Salt 2 spoons.
2 spoons of salt.
Yes.
Yes, chef.
You went like this.
That's how you do it. Like this?
Yes. Yes. Another spoon. Care for salt, don't worry.
We like it salty, so no
Okay.
problem. I think this is where they're gonna put the meat on, and then they're gonna put this underground. Look at the structure on this. It's about 4 levels high, and then this is gonna go underground for about 2 hours,
2 hours, 2.5 hours.
and it's gonna be great.
Of course.
Of course.
Now when you put the lamb chicken, 14 kilo.
14 kilos.
Yes, maybe more.
Wow.
You are strong?
No. I can't lift it. Wow.
Like
That's
2
good.
spoons.
That's generous. Generous amount.
Here?
Here. And the chicken too?
Yes, yes.
So he puts the rice at the bottom, right? And obviously, remember, we've got the fire beneath that. And then the meat is going to go on top. And there's holes in the tinfoil because the fat and juices are going to drip through. That's why you can't have too much water in the rice. Everything has a purpose. Where it's positioned, how long it's in for, and all the vegetables just have salt and pepper, and they go in raw, just like that. So they're all placed, spread evenly.
I like that it's also a huge piece of vegetable. We got like potato, corn, got some sweet potato, carrot.
Do you do this every night?
Yeah,
Yes.
Wow.
sometimes 3 or 4 times
I have another one
a
there.
day.
Even bigger than this?
Yes.
There's a
For
the one
20.
behind this, a bigger one.
Wow, for 20 chickens.
Yes, 20.
Yes.
That's why you're so strong.
Yes.
That is a lot of work. Well done.
No, I am happy for my work.
Yes, you like to do this?
Yes.
Yes, you're a good chef, so it makes sense.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yalla, Abdullah.
They've got to carry it though.
Carry it, that's ridiculous.
Well, I'm right behind you. Look at this. It takes 2 men, 2 strong men. Look at this. Here we go. We're putting it in the fire. Okay, we're outside and look at where we're going right now. To the fire pit.
So now they're going to dunk it in.
1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Wow. There it goes.
And just like that, the food is gone.
There it is.
Isn't that a strange thing that it's like completely in the ground?
And he's covering it up.
And it's literally the lid of a barrel, and he's going to clamp it shut. So no heat whatsoever escapes.
Ah, the blanket.
Yalla, Abdullah.
And now you're covering it with sand.
Yes.
Wow.
So why do you do that?
I need more warm, you know?
Oh,
I
okay.
put it now fire on top.
Oh, you're going to put even more fire on top.
Everything has a purpose.
This is a lot of work for a meal.
Hardwood.
This is hard work for a meal.
You forgot everything when you try to eat.
The
It'll
food
be
is
worth
so
it.
good that you forget how hard it was to make it. And I think what's special is it's this really rich red sand straight from this region. So only this kind of sand will be on this fire. Nowhere else in the world will it be like that. And he's covering every inch of this blanket to make sure no heat whatsoever escapes from the barrel. And then he's going to put some extra coals and logs on top. So we even want heat coming from the top as well as beneath. Can I point out where this is being cooked? So that was the kitchen, mountains around us, and just a hole in the ground, making one of the most epic meals we're ever gonna eat.
See you after 2 hours.
See you in 2 hours.
Now we wait.
Now we wait. And he's actually pouring me some tea in a little glass cup. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The tea is hot, straight from the fire.
It's been brewing there for quite a while. This is so aromatic.
Thank you.
Sage, right?
No, cardamom.
Oh, it's cardamom now. That's why it's so
In
fragrant.
the afternoon we make it sage.
Ah, so sage is like an afternoon tea.
Yeah,
And this is like evening tea.
evening tea.
This is the tea that we're drinking that has just been brewing in the sand, in the coals, and it's been kept warm. This is piping hot. Can you see the steam?
Oh, you have to shake it.
Yes.
Before you drink
When you
or after?
finish.
When you
When you
finish.
finish.
If you don't need more.
Oh, you not make it like this? You need more.
Oh, okay. So if I'm just waiting, you will keep keep
Yes.
pouring. That is very good information. So what he said is, when you finish your coffee, you must shake the cup. It's sort of a sign to tell him that you're done. You don't want any more. Enough. Khalas.
Halas.
Right? If
If
you
you
do
give
want
like
some
this-
more, you just leave it, and then
More.
he will keep pouring. So it's unlimited coffee, bottomless coffee. I like that.
That shows hospitality.
Yes.
Exactly. Look at that. That is the boiling tea.
So I'm getting the full Bedouin experience.
Chef Dev.
So what is this called?
Farwa.
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 Yes.
It's like a jacket and a blanket in one. And it is so warm. Okay, and then Bedouin scarf as well.
Now you're getting the full experience.
Now I'm getting the full experience. I'm going to be speaking Arabic after this. I didn't realize how detailed it was.
Now
When
you're
it's on, it seems so simple, but it takes a lot of work to get it right.
now you'll be Jordanian.
Yes. And it's so snug as well. It actually keeps your head warm.
There you go.
Yes, that's perfect.
Look at you.
Look at that. Thank you.
Now you look like you belong in the around the fire,
Yes,
having some tea.
that feels great.
Look at you.
How you start your day and how you end it. You never know what's coming. So this is the moment. The food is now coming out 2 hours later. So they're clearing all of the sand. It is completely pitch black. We're in the middle of the desert getting our food from the ground. He takes the lid of the barrel off and you can see the smoke coming out. You can actually hear the meat sizzling. Then he pulls it, rips it out of the ground. And now I'm standing here with the barrel completely empty. And there's still a bit of warmth coming from here. But most of the coals have completely died. So the timing is perfect. 2 hours is the sweet spot. And I have no idea how they know that, because normally when you're cooking food, you can taste it, you can mix it, you can check if it's cooked and it's ready. But here, it's underground. You have no idea. You've got no control over it. But they bring it out and it is perfect. So they quickly carried it back into the kitchen. They're going to plate it for us. And then we're going to sit in the Bedouin tent and we're going to eat. So let's go do that.
We're starting off with 7 salads. We've got some starters, we've got some dip, we've got olives. We've also got a soup to start before we get to the main course, which you saw earlier being pulled out from that barrel. Our wonderful chef has brought us over our main course, which is a combination of the lamb, the rice, the chicken, and the vegetables all on the outside. It looks like it's cooked to perfection. So we are really having a feast tonight. Wow. He's checking the tenderness of the lamb. Ooh, thank you. It's so tender. It just fell off the bone and it tastes divine. This is my plate of food for the evening. How am I going to finish all of this? It would be absolutely criminal if I didn't share my first bite with you, which has got some rice, a little bit of yogurt, some lamb, and some potato. The lamb is so tender, so flavorful. The rice is cooked to perfection. Every single one of these things is cooked so well. You actually can't compare it. It's like a flavorful feast in your mouth. This is Dev's plate. This is how much food we have. We're having a Jordanian feast. Good morning from our Martian dome in Mars. We slept like babies. It was completely dead silent, and because there's no city lights around, it was like pitch black. Now it's around 7:30 and we've woken up just in time to watch the sunrise. I can't believe the sunrise is so late, but it's literally peeking out above the little crevices of the mountains.
And this is our setup. We've bought a table and 2 chairs outside of our glass dome, and we're going to sit in front of the glass looking out, and we've made a small cup of tea. Even though we're in the middle of Mars, we still have a kettle and electricity, so we're able to make a modern cup of tea. This is our setup while we watch the sunrise.
Don't you think this reminds you of baby Chev and Dev back in 2020? When we used to go on these little getaways in the peak of COVID, we used to go glamping, camping, stay in the most unique sites, in the most unique accommodations. We always used to do a morning sequence, a tea sequence, watch the sunrise, and it's just making us go like full circle. Like, I can't believe that we're here right now, still doing what we love.
I think when you watch these videos, it seems like, oh, we just go from place to place, and most vloggers, it just seems like they're showing an amazing place. But to be honest, being here and being someone who gets to experience this, we always pinch ourselves and we always feel extremely, extremely lucky. If you ever come here, you will understand what it's like, a very special feeling. And to be waking up on another planet is something I never thought I would do. Space travel was easier than expected. We got here in about an hour and a half from Petra, and the mountains are changing colors as the sun is going over them. It's a really special, unique feeling.
We've woken up to the most spectacular spread of breakfast this morning. We've got a whole variety of classic Jordanian breakfast foods. We've got a whole bunch of fresh cucumber, tomatoes, some olives, cheese, some dried fruit, even some cold meats. But this was made especially for us, and it's called kalaya. And apparently the Jordanian king says that this is his favorite food. It's so simple. It's just tomato that's been fried with some green chili and garlic, and the chef was so lovely that he actually brought all of his cooking utensils and a cooking hot plate to show us how it's actually made. And he said, you've got to try it with the pita bread. It was cooked specially for us. We got to witness the whole breakfast being made. I'm gonna give it a little taste. It's piping hot still. Hot. Oh, it's so flavorful. It's so yummy. You can just taste the hints of garlic, a little bit of the chili, and it is so piping hot. I think I actually burnt the roof of my mouth. We're gonna enjoy this spread of breakfast now, and then we're about to go on an activity. We've actually made it up one of the dunes here, just a few steps away from our camp. And I know it's windy, but this is so funny. We're halfway down the dune, and look at these shoes. Oh, we're like completely stuck in the sand. Okay, this is our jeep for the day. And this is how I have to get in.
We're literally sitting in the back of this Jeep.
How cool.
And they've got like makeshift chairs. It's almost like a song towel.
And it's private, just for us.
Yeah, here we go. This is gonna be epic. So it's only Chev and I in the back, and we're literally gonna explore Wadi Rum. There's no plan, they've told us absolutely nothing, and I really like that because we're just gonna end up somewhere super unique. It's a surprise. So we've stopped at our first spot where all of these beautiful camels are, and of course you can go on a camel ride if you like. This really makes me feel like I'm in the desert now. So these are of course camels from the area that the Bedouin people still use as transport and to maneuver goods throughout the desert. It's really cool to see them in their natural state, and again the surrounding is absolutely spectacular, and life here is so quiet and peaceful that when the camels make a sound it echoes through the valley.
Oh my gosh.
The more we've stayed out here, we've realized that life is so slow and so quiet. We're so used to going to big cities and there's so many people. The pace is so quick, but here you're just forced to slow down. I feel like it's taken me more than 24 hours to slow down. I feel like I'm going at a high pace. I'm used to the city. And there's in fact a Bedouin tent over here. So we're gonna go inside now and have some Bedouin tea before we move on to our next spot. Thank you. Shukran. Thank you.
Local Bedouin tea. Cheers. He said it has sage, cardamom, and cinnamon. It smells so fragrant, it's lovely.
This is what the inside of a Bedouin tent looks like, if you wanted to know. And it's all covered in this red decorative style. And it's beautiful. And you go in there, you sit, you have tea or coffee. You almost forget that you're in the middle of the desert.
Wow, that smells
Christmas.
Oh, thank you.
This amber perfume.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's so fragrant. Oh my gosh. It's like an entire perfume shop in a bar. How interesting.
And the Jordanian people always are so kind and welcoming, and the hospitality is unmatched. But we're going to get back on the Jeep, just a quick stop, see the camels, have some tea, and now we're back on the road.
Let's go.
Or no road. There is no road. We're just going to go. Okay, jump back on. There we go.
Off again.
When we're at our camp, it's only us, but this shows that some of the nearby camps, there's some people as well. And the sun is still out, but we're going to see sunset in about an hour or two.
Say goodbye to the camels. I know that it's windy, but we are about to go on some seriously bumpy roads. Thank goodness we've got a 4x4 to tackle these sand dunes, because it's actually quite a trek and a journey here, but it is seriously part of the adventure. I totally get why they call Wadi Rum the Valley of the Moon, because it feels like we're on the moon. I mean, there are tons of these canyons, there are tons of these rock formations.
And you can see these cliffs behind us, the petroglyphs, and just the formations of the mountains are staggering.
So we've actually sat on a little rock, which is pretty high up on a viewpoint, and we're now gonna watch the sunset. We've had quite an enjoyable Jeep tour today. We got to see the Lawrence of Arabia, we got to see some canyons, a lot of camels. I think what was most enjoyable for me was just the drive. Just to drive on the dunes, and now to watch one of the most incredible sunsets we have ever seen. I think we have seriously enjoyed Wadi Rum more than we expected to. And to top all of that, tomorrow we will be heading to the lowest point on Earth, and that is the Dead Sea. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave us a comment, and we'll see you in the Dead Sea video. Okay, normally I wouldn't put something like this in the video, but I have to just point out what's happening right now. It's our final day here in the Mars Dome, and Dev is outside running in the dunes right now. He's just running. And I just have to say, because he's gonna edit this and he's gonna see this clip anyways, but I'm just so proud of him, because we're literally in the middle of nowhere and he's still wanting to be fit, and he's still wanting to run and keep up with his health. A little bit of last year and this year, he's really prioritized his body and his health, and he is looking absolutely amazing. And it takes a lot of work. Like, while we're in the middle of the desert, he is running right now. Let me show you. Okay, this is our dome. There he is. There he goes. You can't even see him, he's so far away. Now that I'm stuck in our little bubble and he's just busy running, yeah, he just amazes me. He's so amazing. Oh. When you're with like a type A, Dev's like a type A++. Like, he's not even just type A. There's not a lot of people who'd be out in the desert just running a quick 10K or a quick, I don't know how many Ks he's doing. Let's have one more look. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in. There he is. There he goes. You're doing great, sweetie. There you go.